I'm Kevin, and we're missionaries serving in the Philippines-Micronesia Field and also for Asia Pacific Nazarene Theological Seminary, or APNTS. It was just 3 years ago that we stood in front of the Los Angeles District Assembly and announced that we had felt called by God to go, and we were assigned to the Philippines. Let us share some of the brief glimpses of what has been happening in the ministry in the Philippines.
We were able to serve 2 of our 4 churches in the Micronesia district with work and witness teams doing ministry, repairs, renovation, as well as a new Christian education building. I can only say Team 1 was a 54-person team, multi-age, Korean team with lots of kimchi and ministry. Team 2, they never reached their destination, but God used them at 3 locations, and they were generous everywhere they went. My favorite quote of the year comes from my friend Matt Bolt from Glendora Community Church. We helped 2 churches with manual labor, spent a lot more than $10,000, got to love on and sing worship in Micronesian languages. We missed the island of Chuuk, but God gave us the people. This year, God has been growing the church in Micronesia. Now, our 3rd team served at a child development center in the Philippines where Nazarene-sponsored children attend school and so much more. If you want to change a life, think about sponsoring a child through NCM. There was such a great partnership between the Work and Witness team and the leadership at the local church that this US-based team has been changing how they do ministry at their home church. We found that this team was perfectly timed between the Taal volcano eruption that impacted this area and then COVID that arrived in the Philippines just days after they left. Pastor Lynette Cherry from Pueblo First Church said, "We aren't sure of the kingdom or long-range impact our visit there made, but we do know that there is a group of people who made a lasting impact on us. There are now people we are lifting up in prayer during this global crisis by name and face because they are held in our hearts." It was for such a time as this that God called us to go, and we are so glad that we did. APNTS. You know, we usually jokingly refer to our work at the seminary as our day job. Kevin is the Facilities and Project Development Coordinator, and I am assisting the President. We love to be a part of this exciting learning center. We've had 188 students registered this semester from around the world. Because of COVID, we are all online. This has allowed for flexibility and additional students who could only be attending since we are online. I want to tell you about a ministry here that has captured our hearts. Shechem Children's Home was opened in 2019. It offers trauma-informed care in a household setting to children who've been rescued from online sexual exploitation of children, or OSEC. OSEC has been growing rapidly here due to the ease of access to the internet, leaving vulnerable children and authorities that are in need of support. In over 70% of the cases, there's a family member or a trusted adult in these children's lives that's involved. The Church of the Nazarene began raising awareness in our local churches and even providing awareness events in local schools. But then the idea was brought to us to open a residential assessment care facility. Shechem provides security for the children, as well as physical, psychological, and spiritual trauma-informed care immediately after their rescue. Children will stay in the house for 3 months or until suitable housing can be found. Our social worker investigates safe family placements, long-term care, or foster care. And we get to enjoy being Papa Kevin and Mom Janet to this group. This is an NCM ministry, and you can find out more about it at ncm.org/Shechem. Or also, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me.
We appreciate the opportunity to share briefly about our ministry here in the Philippines. We also want to remind you that the World Evangelism Fund is the infrastructure that supports ministry throughout the world.
Let's get excited about missions!
We look forward to the possibility of sharing further with you. If you would like more information or would like to have us share in your church, please contact us at the information below. Thank you for listening.